Hey guys, hope you are well. Today I'm going to show you an awesome forex strategy you can use through scalping, swing trading and all that. I'm also going to show you my trading account from last week's video, how I profited $1,000. As you see it over here, it's ticking $991, around $1,000. So I'm going to show you the strategy and what I was thinking. Why did I let them run without any take profit lows? I'll show you that in this video, and also we're going to be discussing how to enter and exit the forex market. So let's begin our trading session. So we are here on EURUSD 4-hourly time frame. If you don't know what software I'm using or platform, is tradingview.com. The link is down in the description below, so follow along. What do you need? I'm always using the 50 and 20 moving averages. These are the ones I liked. I fell in love with them the past couple of months. I've been using them and the performance has been pretty damn good. If we have an example over here, 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧, this is my VIP trading signals. I actually send this out for my freebie members as well. Currently in profit. Let's just have a look how much. Around 28 pips profit. You know, we're expecting basically nearly 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So hopefully this comes in. If you haven't joined, make sure to do so. It's the first link down in the description. Now back to the topic. Right, so what I want to show you today is how to enter and exit, you know, trades properly, and whether you should follow along a trend. Well, look, we entered over here, we see it, we entered somewhere around here and I let it drop. I let it drop without any of the take profit lows. You know, my stop loss level is here marked in the red. This is where we entered and I just let it run. The reason why I let it run is simple. If we have a look on the EURUSD pair, look, it's very simple. Look what it's doing previously. So it went, you know, down. We see it, you know, a massive downwards move towards the downside, right? We had a pullback. What's after a pullback? Another continuation of move towards the downside, probably testing the previous area of sensitivity, which is obviously this area of support, or it's gonna even break towards the downside. But that's what's gonna happen, and that's why I knew more than likely the trend, you know, the little trend over here, the downtrend, will more than likely continue to push down until this yellow level over here. That's where it's probably gonna have some sort of stoppage. You know, it might stop around, it might start fluctuating, might even push towards the upside. But if it breaks this area towards the downside, then we will see, you know, another continuation or move towards the downside. And the way I knew it's gonna do that is we have a look at higher time frames. So let's have a look at the daily. It pushed towards the upside over here, right? It went down. What happened over here? It's a significant move. What happened over here that is so significant? Write it in the comments if you know. But the significant move is, it's a lower low, right? It was the lower low over here. This was the previous area of sensitivity, right? Look where this candlestick closed. It closed below the previous area of sensitivity, right? So when it pushed towards the upside, it's very likely it's just a higher time frame move, as we see it on the 4-hourly, 1-hourly scalp. And when I tell you guys, you know, the market's like trending towards the upside like this, you know, higher high, you know, higher high. Or the same thing with the, you know, downtrend as well, you know, lower low, lower low, lower low. It's doing the same thing on the higher time frames as well. Obviously it's a little bit slower, but nonetheless it's doing it, and that's what's currently happening on the daily and the 4-hourly time frame. If we have a look at maybe something, you know, 3 days, we see it over here, you know, it closed off as well as a lower low. It will probably continue pushing towards the downside, making another lower low, because currently it's trending like that. And that's the way we identify the trend, and that's the way we can follow the trend. And that's why I didn't place any take profit lows. And as you can see over here, it's still, you know, the same trade. It still keeps growing, and it's very nice indeed. $1,078 currently. I'm gonna keep this trade running. We're gonna be placing another trade today. Let's just have a look at 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 real quick. This is my VIP trading signals, and there we go, it's pushing towards the upside. Very nice indeed. So now that we have identified this downtrend, you know, we can go back to the 4-hourly time frame. Where should we exit the trade? You know, because it's on a higher time frame move, right? We know it's going up, going down, made a lower low, going up again, pulled back, doesn't have enough pressure over here obviously, and went down yet again. This means the sellers are in the market. When the sellers are in the market, they probably will push through this area of sensitivity, or will start fluctuating like that and then maybe going towards the upside. But usually when it starts fluctuating, it means there's not much momentum towards the upside, and it will probably break. Most of the time that happens. Obviously this is Forex, anything can happen. Any news event could move euro to USD to other side, because euro USD is the most traded currency anyway. But in this case, more than likely it will drop towards this level over here. So, you know, the previous area of sensitivity, and then it will break, but we won't care about this. The thing we're gonna be really caring about is this area of sensitivity, right? Once it reaches somewhere around this level over here, we're gonna exit the trade. The 4-hourly trend over here is very, you know, simple and easy to identify, right? So we follow this trend. We see, you know, the candlesticks are also trading below the moving averages, the 20 moving average and 50 moving average. What does this indicate? It indicates a lot of sellers selling pressure. So we see it over here. Usually we can even use the 20 and 50 moving average as a support line, as a resistance line, depending on how the market is moving, whether it's going up or down. So if it goes up, you know, we could even enter a trade somewhere around here towards the downside, because we know that the trend's down. More than likely it's going to shoot towards the downside till this level over here. This level somewhere over here is where we should exit the trade, because it's going to be reaching an area of sensitivity, right? This area of sensitivity is a zone where a lot of, you know, buyers and sellers are happening, and new trends will likely occur. So if it finds, you know, a lot of buyers here, it might start shooting towards the upside, but we're going to be closing trades over here, so we bank our trades and we won't be losing any money. That's the way we will do it. I also mentioned that I'm going to show you how to enter a trade, and I entered this trade last week simply because it was somewhere around here. Why did I enter? Look, the moving averages were curving, right? So 20 and 50 moving average started to curve. I knew it was going down. It was somewhere around, I believe around here somewhere. Let's just have a look. So it was somewhere around here once it was broken. So it had an area of sensitivity over here, right? That area of sensitivity was broken by this candle over here. Then he had a pullback. I entered on the pullback because it's a better risk to reward ratio. Imagine if you entered it here, you know, you could have moved towards, you know, 42 pips towards the upside before moving towards the downside. Then maybe it could have even stopped you out. So that's why it's important to wait for the pullback to have a better risk to reward. If you enter it somewhere here, as you see, the stop loss is much higher and your chances of winning are much higher as well, you know, because you always want to enter on a pullback. You never want to enter, you know, somewhere on a break. On a break, you're entering a bad entry, right? Because look, if you entered it somewhere here, you know, on a break, you would need at least, you know, 51 pips, you know, stop loss or something like that before it starts moving towards your direction. And if you don't have a big bank balance, you know, to trade with, that could affect your trading ability, and that could potentially stop you out and make you lose money. That's why it's very important to wait for these pullbacks towards the previous area of sensitivity. Like I always tell you guys, you know, if it breaks an area of sensitivity, it's probably gonna have a pullback to the previous resistance or support zone and go down yet again. And this is what happened over here. So that's where I entered personally. On my VIP trading signals, I did give out, you know, take profit 1, 2 and 3 levels, and all of them were reached. But generally when I was trading, I didn't even give, you know, take profit levels, because you know, it's on my own account. I can trade however I want. I don't want to risk you guys, so that's why I gave you, you know, take profit 1, 2 and 3 levels. I don't like risking other people's accounts. But what I knew personally is if it carries on going down, it will probably go down towards this level over here. This level is an important level. We see it over here, bounced off. It probably will bounce off yet again, and it will probably form a double bottom. What's after a double bottom is a shoot towards the upside, and vice versa. If it's a double top, there's 2 tops. 1 top usually goes down as well. A nice trading technique you may want to use or implement, you know, on your price action. So these strategies do work if you're you like, you know, you can try it out. Definitely try it out. You know, this is a nice Monday week trading. You can try to learn Forex. Everyone's in quarantine anyway. You're probably not doing much, so learn Forex. You know, you're gonna be making money all the time through your own home, and you will be much more happier, trust me. 𝗧𝗧𝗡𝗚𝗚𝗚, look at our VAP trading signal. That's very nice indeed. I believe it's reached our take profit low. Yes, it did. Our take profit one level was 35 pips, so that's very nice. I will need to tell my VAP members to move stop loss towards the entry. That's how you move it. And even if it goes down, you know, we won't be losing anything. Or you could even put, you know, stop loss somewhere around here, even higher, to bank some profits if the markets decide to go down and turn around. Then you won't be making anything, but you won't be losing anything as well. That's how you money manage trades, and on the long term you make money. I can guarantee it for you guys. But the reason I placed this trade as well, it's a very similar reason as EURUSD. As we see over here, you know, it's on a nice uptrend. Here we can see a little bit of, you know, fluctuations here and there, you know, but basically this is the trend. You know, one touch, two touch, three touches, right? Confirmed trend. I showed this technique before. One touch, two touch, three touches. Three touches confirms there's the uptrend. Vice versa, if it's going down, is the downtrend, right? So I know it's on an uptrend over here, and I knew there's an area of sensitivity here, right? Look how many times it was respected. Multiple times it was respected. Obviously it did have some breaks because it happens, but most of the time it was respected. And when I had this blue candle over here break this area of sensitivity, I knew it's a nice bullish move towards the upside, and I waited for a pullback. That's where I entered. You see it over here, it was going down. I entered on a pullback. I thought that's the ideal time, you know, risk to reward. As I said, imagine if I entered somewhere around here, you know, I would be making just a little bit of money now, you know, that like 2 to 3 pips. That's not great, right? That's why it's very important to enter, you know, on pullbacks. You know, area of sensitivity breaks, you don't enter on break, you enter on the pullback. You have a nice pullback, you enter for better risk to reward, better risk management. And look, there we go. It's around, let's have a look, around, you know, 38 pips take profit, which is nice. You know, you're making money, you're making much more money than you would have been making, you know, if you entered it on a break. Imagine you entered on the high of the wick, you would still be losing money, you would nearly been stopped out. So very important to enter trades on areas of sensitivity rather than breaks. Breaks don't mean anything, and usually they don't continue. They break, have a pullback, enter there, and then continuational move towards the upside in this case, or downside if you trade in anything else. So I hope you understand this. 𝗧𝗧𝗡𝗚𝗚𝗚, EURUSD, we gave examples. As you can see over here, EURUSD, over a grand profit pretty much. I entered this trade 4 days ago, so definitely pretty damn good. Swap rate's quite small as well, so pretty damn good. I'm gonna keep them running for now because he hasn't reached my area of support at the moment. You know, it's still let's just see how many pips is there. You know, another 100 pips potentially, so I'm gonna, you know, leave it there. If it goes towards the upside, they're gonna be waiting for a push towards the downside. If it breaks this trend line and these moving averages, then I will definitely close off the trades manually, because it will be a reversal towards the upside, but that will more than likely not happen on the EURUSD pair. Also guys, you know, when I mentioned to you guys a bullish engulfing candle, a bearish engulfing candle and all that, and some of you guys may not know what they are, well, it's simple to learn. You know, if you go into indicators and go into candlestick patterns identified, it shows you when it's a bearish engulfing candle, when it's a bullish engulfing candle. So if you're never sure, or if you're unsure if you have a bearish or a bullish engulfing candle, then if you're a newbie, you may want to use this. You know, you go into indicators and you choose candlestick patterns identified, and it shows you bearish engulfing, you know, bearish harami. There's a bunch of these, you know, look at this. There's a star. everything is different. We see it over here. Look, a doji over here. If you don't know what they are, or you haven't been learning forex for as long as I have, you may find this useful. You know, you may find this useful, especially if you're doing price action trading, support and resistance, trend lines, drawing it yourself. It may be useful tool to identify. If you want to use it, you're more than welcome to. I'm pretty sure it's free. I have a premium membership on TradingView, but I think it's free. I'm pretty damn sure it's free. So try it out and let me know if it's free. If not, you know, I'm sorry. I don't want to recommend you guys something that's not free. But so now let's maybe try to do a scalp trade. It's getting a little bit late at the moment, but let's see. So 5 minutes, let's see what's going on, how I identify everything. 5 minutes, okay. So let's have a look. Moving averages. So we are currently seeing a uptrend, right? A little uptrend over here. So it could be a nice trade towards the upside. Even though I have a trade towards the downside, you know, a sell trade on EURUSD, it could be a nice scalping trade towards the upside as we see it over here. So we can do that. It probably will go, you know, a little bit like, let's have a look. Price, okay. Yeah, we could potentially make some money, I believe. Obviously it's maybe a bearish engulfing candle on the 5 minutes, but let's have a look. So let's open up our trade. There we go, 50, and let's do a quick buy. We're not gonna put any stop losses or take profit lows in this case. Look, already in profit. Okay, let's see. I believe it's going to be a nice trade towards the upside. Simple reason is because, you know, the moving averages are there. They act as a support or resistance lines depending on the market conditions. As we see it over here, is currently reacting a little bit. It's going towards the upside, and hopefully this will continue. It's also on a nice uptrend. Look, this pattern, 1, 2, 3 pattern. I told you, you identified the uptrend. Look, it's going up now. It probably is profiting. There we go. $5 already, and it's just only 0.50, you know, lot size. If you're scalping, you know, you want to be doing a bigger lot size anyway, so the potential money amount you're making is much bigger. You're gonna be entering and exiting the trade within a couple of minutes time, you know, maybe 15 minutes time if you want to be a little bit longer term scalper. But look, I'm gonna exit this trade. Look, $6, there we go, close, boom, you know, we profited $6, and probably I could continue this, and probably you carry on using this. You know, this is 5-minute trading. It's probably gonna continue and move up, I can guarantee it. I just don't want to be scalping and looking at the trades. But if you have the time, especially when it's quarantined, you could potentially be scalping, you know, using the same free techniques, you know, free times touch over here. You know, it had a bullish engulfing candle as we see it, you know, this red candle over here, and look, this blue candle. What does this mean? It's a bullish engulfing candle. The buyers are in the market, and it will probably go towards this level or this level over here, and as you can see, it is going towards the upside. So very nice indeed. You know, it's definitely having a lot of bullish pressure, and that's what we will more than likely see. So yeah, going back to the 4-hourly time frame, I told you all my strategies. What I'm waiting for is a nice push towards the downside. You know, on the higher time frame we are selling it. You know, on the lower time frame you saw we bought it, and you know, we profited $6. It's not much, but if you want to do it and you want to, you know, be in the markets, you have to, when you're scalping, you really have to be inside the markets. You know what I'm saying by that? You know, 5-minute charts, you're looking and you actively trade. You know, when you're trading on the 4-hourly to the daily, you have a look a little bit, you're more relaxed. You know, you have a look at the resistance lines, support lines, and judge your decision whether it's going to be a buy or a sell. You know, it's much easier to trade like this. That's the way I prefer trading. But if you like to scalp, there was a nice strategy for you guys. I hope it helps. So if you have any suggestions on what you want to see next, make sure to comment down below, and I'll make sure to read them and apply your suggestion to the next video. Anyway, peace out. So 𝗧𝗪𝗡𝗖𝗧 reached my take profit low. I'm gonna go ahead and tell my VIP members to move stop loss to entry, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, smash like, share this video to your friends, and hopefully you are safe and have a nice and wonderful day. Peace out. Goodbye.